going to do a project. How are you tonight? I hope everybody's good. I'm Sarah with DIY with Crafty Sarah and Crafty Sarah's Wood Shop. Welcome in. Let me find this on our iPad. I need to try and see if I can find me a phone. Okay, I'd rather have a phone over here. There we are. Oh, I'm going to put let me get my microphone on. You guys, I forget about that thing every time. Hey, Diane. Hey, Holly. Let's see if we're rocking and rolling. I dropped my magnet somewhere over here. I can't find it on the other one. Thank goodness there's two. All right, guys. So what I want to do is I want to use this again. I just want the welcome. And I want to do trees. And I want to make a door hanger on this. This is I think it's 14 inches. 14 inches. Yep. So what I want to do is I want the welcome word to be about there. So what do I need it to be? I need about 5 inches. So first of all, I want to paint the whole thing white. And then I think I want to paint where the welcome is going to be. Let me grab some white. I want to do where the welcome is going to be. I want that to be, let's see, let's grab, what color? I think we're going to go with ivory because I'm just about out of white chalk paint. So we're going to go ivory. This is chalk paint. Chalk paint, not paste. Maybe I'll just grab my glass and bring it up here. Then if it gets on the glass, I can clean that off. It doesn't usually come off of this thing all that well. Didn't feel like it was work till now. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. I don't want to ruin my Lake Geneva sweatshirt that my kids brought me home last year. That's a goob. So tell me, how'd your day go? Everybody have a good one? Hi, Carly. Hey, Tracy. We were out here painting all day. I need to show you my newest ornament. So stinking cute, you can't believe it. And she's made a whole series of them. Let's get this painted and then I'll show you. Boy, it was a fall day here today, you guys. It was chilly, chilly, chilly. Okay, this is the ornament. This says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. It is a snow globe. See that? This one is ornament, no lights. This one is ornament with lights. See the trees lit up? I hope you can see that. So there is, and this one's missing the little package here. I fired it, or I lasered it. I have to, and it's painted. I just got to get it glued on there. There's a barn. There's a whole series of them, you guys, and they're so stinking cute. And you just put the little fairy lights in the back, and then you turn it on, and your little tree lights up. There's a barn that has some lights around it. There's trees, there's deer, there's all kinds, all kinds. So I will put those on my page, and I'm trying to paint those up as I go. And I need to get them on my Etsy page is what I need to do. I need to get busy on that Etsy page and get it going. But cute, cute. And then they also have a stander. So there's a stander that will stand separate, doesn't hang. Isn't that cute, Carly? Now I'm hoping to someday get the lights that have the timer on it, because that would be the way to go. But what I have wasn't a timer. Mine are on and off, and I'm going to use what I have. So if you order the kit from me, you get a bead, you get the jute. I am going to put a bow on it, so you can get a bow, and then you get the lights too. And those kits are $5.75. So I tried to get, and I will have pictures on my page tomorrow of some new ones that I made that are kind of on the religious side. They are Christ our Savior was born. There's a Bethlehem. There's joy. They are, whoops. Wouldn't be right if I didn't hit it, right? Right? That's me. So we've been busy all day. Chris was here today. 2 gym classes. Holy crap. I got up to go walking at 5 o'clock, went to look outside, and it wasn't raining. So John said, he goes, well, good night, as I was heading back to the bedroom. And I said, well, I have another hour. So I went back in there and didn't really sleep that much. Probably fell asleep right before 6 o'clock when my alarm goes off. And get up, and it's raining. So I couldn't go walking this morning. And if I don't do it right away in the morning, it's not going to happen. I got too much crap going on. I have a craft show this weekend, set up Friday afternoon. Show is Saturday. It's a show that I do okay with. I don't usually like, it won't be like last week. But maybe. You always can hope, can't you? My last show was really good. Go to put paint on there, and then I get a big old chunk. It doesn't really have to be solid anyway. Middle part's not quite dry. This baby gets hot. Making me hot. Gonna have a hot flash. Haven't had one in years. So this little one has 20 lights in it, and the barn has 10 lights. So I have ordered the 10 light sets. So we'll see. We'll see if they get here soon. They're supposed to be here Thursday. Let's let that cool down, see if it's dry. I think we'll sand it just a skosh. Sometimes when I put my brushes over here, I forget about them. And then tomorrow, when I go to look at them, they are like crispy. They clean up, but they're kind of crispy. Not gonna lie. Let's see, what am I looking for? My sander. So I'm going to get a different piece of sandpaper. That one's kind of yuckola. This is 400. That is some fine sandpaper. Just going to get because it's real wood, just going to get the fibers off of it. Because when you paint it, it stands up. And so you wouldn't want to use that back on black or something like that, because you'd get that white dust on it. This doesn't have a hole in it, so I'm going to have to drill a hole in it. So I'm going to take my glass off because I want to measure my tape on my Chalk Couture measuring thing, because I seem to do better with that one. So I'm going to set this to the back, because I don't want that to break either. So I think what I'm going to need is about 5 inches. I'm just going to go like from the top of my W down to that. So if I gave myself 5 inches, even, I could probably even do 4 inches would be pushing it. I better have 5 inches. So I need 5 inches in here. 5 inches of what I want to tape off. Each one of these is an inch. So that's what I think I want to do, that right there. So I've got my tape. And you could just use regular masking tape, you guys. And remember, you're counting on the top side of your, so I want this space in here to be 5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 would be about right there. So let me see if this is 5 inches in between here. It is 5 inches. So why I like this board is I can get my lines. Hey, Chris, I can get my lines and I can go straight across, and then I know that my spot is, so I want the inside of that part to be crimson. And that is also chalk paint. And that is from Waverly, which is from Walmart. I do my stuff and my Christmas stuff, you guys, in traditional. I'm red and green. I'm boring. I don't, some people have all the fancy colored trees and all the things, and I just I just never have done that. For one thing, I have two trees. I have my tree that's up all year long, and then I have my Christmas tree that we put up, a real tree that we get. We always get a real tree. That's my husband's jam. Not so much mine, but that's his jam. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that my brush marks are not horrible. And then we're going to dry that. We'll knock the yardstick over while we're at it. So my tree in my dining room, I decorate for holidays. And then I have decorated it like as a memorial tree, because you guys, I pretty much have more people in heaven than I have on earth. So I have memorial tree. And then I've also done it as just, like all mittens or all, something like that. But I've never, I think I have done it all red one time, but I think that's it. I don't think I've ever, like, it'd be beautiful to do one like all gold, but I never have done that. For one thing, I can't imagine having to buy all new ornaments, but sometimes you can hit them at the thrift store and it's not too bad. So I'm just going to peel this up. We can dry it. Stick it in my garbage can. I went to buy masking tape. Well, I didn't need it, but I was at the Dollar General today. They wanted $5 for a roll of masking tape. I was like, oh, heck no. That is not going to happen. And it wasn't big. It was the same. It's the same masking tape that I buy at Dollar Tree for $1.25 or $1.75, whatever they are now. So I thought, oh, I can wait. It's like, good golly molly. Or the Douglas fir. Yeah. We always get a Fraser fir, or I think we have gotten Douglas. We always get a real tree. My other tree, though, is a fake one. My everyday, forever tree. Come on, get dry. It was only like 55 degrees here today, you guys, and it was rainy all day. And they're calling for like dense fog tonight. You can see my fingerprint right there. Wonder if that's getting, I don't know if that's bubbling that up or what the deal is with that. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know if that's bubbling up right there because I had it too hot, or if it's the paint that's just not dry. We don't need that. Don't need no bubbling up. No way. Yeah, see, that's, I don't think that was dry right there. Had it too thick. It's going to have the welcome over it anyway, so I don't think you're even going to notice it. But our trees are stupid. I tell my husband, oh my God, we could buy a fake tree, a really nice fake tree for what he pays for a, but you know what? That's his deal. So that's his deal. And he's all about it. And the funny thing about it is our kids are pretty much, our daughter gets a real tree every year. They go out to the farm and they get the tree. And now our tree places here don't grow the trees that I want. They get them in, but they don't grow them. Okay, we're going to wax that part because that part we are going to chalk on with our welcome. So I want to wax that, and I'm just going to use this little pad, Chalk Couture pad, and I'm just going to go across here and just really buff that in. There we go. Oh my gosh, I think he pays like almost, I mean, they're like $150 or $200. And he goes, I send him like the day after Thanksgiving, and I always tell him, we're probably not going to put it up that day, but go get it because it makes no difference if that tree is sitting here or if it's sitting there at their lot. So we bring it here. I can put it out here and lay it on the ground, or, you know, we just lean it up against our fence back in the back. So I'm going to fuzz this. And remember, I just want this welcome because we have waited and then you get nothing or you get crappy pickings. And I don't want crappy pickings. I want a good tree. And he used to always buy a 10-foot tree. We only have an 8-foot. I don't even think we have 8 foot. Yeah, we probably have 8 foot. But he would buy a 10-foot tree because we used to have 10 foot. And then when we renovated our house, we had him lower the ceiling. And oh my Lord, I regret that so much. We never should have had him do that. So our dining room is still 10 foot, but our living room and our TV room are 8 foot. And they do that. So he'd bring home a 10-foot tree, and then he would chop off the bottom because he liked them really fat. And finally, I put my foot down, and I said, dude, we have to have room for family. We can't have a house full of tree. So he finally succumbed, and he's been doing really good the last few years. So do I want to do that in a shimmer frost or in a vanilla? Maybe vanilla. Let's do it in vanilla. Oh man, I don't know. I bet this year they're going to be terrible. but I don't think it would matter to him. I think he'd just suck it up and pay it either way. And you know, even if you want a real or a fake tree, you've got to be on your game because those trees sell out fast. Like I've gone to Hobby Lobby before to buy him one, or I wanted to buy one for church one time. And if you're in November, you're screwed because you get nothing. Okay, let's see if it'll peel up our paint or if it's going to be good to us. Hopefully it's going to be good to us. Please be good to us. So far, oh, right there's a little bit. That's cute though. Just one little spot and you can't even see it, so I'm okay with that. Picked up red, but it didn't pick up enough to make any difference. Awesome sauce. So I can take this beauty in and wash it again tonight. So that's one thing about our transfers, you guys. You know, you can use them one way, but you can use them many ways. Lord have mercy, look at that. I'm all tangled up. I have a gnat that's been in this shop flying around for days. Wonder how long a gnat lives. I should Google that. Should Google that. I mean, what are they eating? There's nothing to eat here. It's like, what are they eating? What do they live on? What do gnats live on? So see, that turned out good. You can sort of have it centered pretty good. So I'm going to set this like here to here. Let me see. So this is, what did I say, 16 inches? 14 inches. It's 14 inches. So 7 is center right there. Let's see, where's my pencil? So that's where our hole is going to go. Let me see here. Hold for noise. That was quick. Gotta love a Ryobi. Okay. Now, I want to take, this is a new transfer. This one is called Christmas Tree Patterns. And I'm going to do that across here, and I may even do it across the top. It probably doesn't need to be across the top, maybe not, because we'll put a bow on it. I didn't even pick out ribbon though. As I'm looking over there, looking across the way. At the 500 rolls of ribbon. So this is a size G, I think. Size G. So it's like a 6 by 18 or something like that. This would be cute, like on the bottom of a pillow, like across the bottom, or even like across the middle of it. So I want this in a pretty green, like that. Shimmer forest, or even, you know what, even this new, let's try Let's try this new ivy. That's a pretty green. Okay. Let's see what we got. So I think I'm just going to line it up like that. Just so some of the trees in the bottom are going to go off. And I'm just going to kind of do it in the middle. So it's just going to have some trees. There is some space, but I mean, that's what the transfer looks like. Unless I move it up. Maybe I'll move it up. Then there's going to be some half trees on the top. Let me see here. I think I like it better with some half trees on the top. Then it's more solid through. Let's see what happens. Thing is I'm going to have to be careful to stay right here. Probably should have taped it. We had chili for supper tonight. We haven't had chili since last year. It was pretty dang good too. Except I didn't make any cinnamon rolls. Sometimes I make cinnamon rolls, but I didn't today. In Nebraska, school lunches were always served. We had chili on Fridays, and we got big old cinnamon rolls. It was awesome. Okay. You guys, that's so cute. I really like that. That turned out cute. I'm going to set this on here and give it a spray. Set it on here, and then I'll take it inside and give it a clean. Give it a clean. You know, you could buy a really beautiful fake tree for $300. Seriously. Okay. So we need red and green, don't we? Oh, there's a pretty plaid one over there. Ooh, that would be pretty. They're on a rack that I can't get the ribbon off though. I have to unroll it. So let's see. My glue gun plugged in? Yep. It's probably been plugged in for a week. Sorry, that's me. I like that green one though, that green and red plaid. Let me grab that one. What do we have? Why is it, you guys, when it comes to ribbon, you can have 500 rolls, and I'm not kidding you, and whatever you have is never the one you want, honest to Pete. I'm going to put that one there. This one is never been used. So I'm going to have to grab some scissors and cut it open. I think it's a Walmart ribbon, actually. So how much do I want, you guys? I feel like I'm going to waste it. Maybe I'm just going to unroll it. Holy moly. That might not have been the smart thing to do. And what other color? Don't have green. Oh, I have green in a... You know what? I do have green velvet. So this is that ribbon. I'm just going to cut off some of this. And hope it's enough. Okay. So look at that. Isn't that going to be cute? So I got that by the whole roll. I'm going to have to roll it back on there. Probably 30 yards. Need to take all my Christmas ribbon off of there. So this is the widest one. So I'm going to start with this one. I'll put my, where's my scissors? Got to put your twine in there, you guys. That's to tie your bow. And then we're going to do this one. My hands are so dry today. Just trying to decide what I want for tails. So because this one is got, your design is only on one side, you're going to have to twist your ribbon and bring your good side to the top. And twist it to bring your good side to the top. Then I'm just going to poke it through here and cut it off. I got way too much of that to wrap up, so I'm just going to throw it down and call it good. And then I got this green, this beautiful green velvet. And I'm just going to take that in there. I think we'll just do that and that. And then I have this pretty red, just a solid red. keep reaching over there for my garbage. My G transfers are going to be an issue because I don't have anything big enough to put those in. My portfolios are all for my other size transfers. So maybe we'll just do one loop of this. Okay. Alrighty. Take your string up here in the center and tie it. Pull it as tight as you can. Get it out of there. I squish it down and just pull tight. Then I turn it around on the back side and tie it tight and tie it in a knot. And then you start foofing your bow. And when you have all these wired ribbons, it makes it so much easier. And I dovetail my ends, which is that. This one didn't turn out so good. Well, even that isn't that great. What am I doing? So we have a new Target store that just opened up that's 40 miles away. You guys shop Target? To be honest with you, I have never cared for their line of clothes. Even when I was fat, even when I was skinny, never cared for their line of clothes. I don't know who their designer is, but I think they suck. And in general, I think they're expensive. But the dollar spot, I love the dollar spot. So here's our bow. You guys, it turned out pretty cute. So that's going to go up there. $40 miles away. That's our closest one. Yeah. I live in the boonies. So we have a friend. I have a friend whose brother died. And she's in our crafty group. And one of the other girls wanted to send her something. So they did. We sent her a gift. But then the one girl wanted to do something that day. So she decides that she wants to order her DoorDash. Give her a DoorDash gift card. I said to her, like, we live in towns of like, I live in a town of 900. She lives in a town of maybe 700 or something. We don't have DoorDash. We don't even have a restaurant. So there's nothing to DoorDash. So what happened is the girl ended up taking it to the nearest town, which is probably about 40 minutes for her. It's about 20 for me. And she's going to use it there, but she doesn't know how to do it. So her sister-in-law's friend is going to come over and tell them how to DoorDash. So yeah, we live in the boonies. We seriously live in the boonies. The closest town to me is 20 miles, and it has nothing. It's the town that I grew up in, and it's 25,000 people. The town has never grown. In all the years I've been here 40 years, 50, 1967 or something like that, 69, something like that. fifth grade. I was in the fifth grade, and it never grew, and it still hasn't grown. It's still 25,000, just like it was back then. Okay, so what do I want to put in the middle of that bow? I bought these anise stars. I wonder how that would look. Ooh, smells wonderful. Smells like licorice. That's what I think I want to put there, you guys. I want to put a little anise star. And then do I want those to be a little bit shorter? I think maybe I do. So the nearest store to us is Walmart. We have a Walmart. We have a Dunham's Sporting Goods. We have Maurice's. If you want to buy a dress, like a fancy dress, you can't do that in that town. There's nowhere to go. We have Pizza Hut. No, there's nothing in our town. Nope. Our bar has pizza. That's it. The bar has pizza. And I don't love that. So we have to go 20 miles to get Pizza Hut. Or Little Caesars, or there's some of those there. But all right. So I'm going to glue this anise star in the middle, and I think we're good. You could put greenery, you know, some Christmas greenery around it if you wanted to. I almost feel like I want to just poke another. Let me see this minute. I feel like I want to do that. So I'm going to, you know, I tell you guys about my pick machine. This is my pick machine. So what this does is it has 2 1/8 inch steel picks that are loaded into it. And I will stick this fabric in here, this ribbon in here. And then I will push that back. And what that does is that put it onto a steel pick. So it's all wrapped up, but it was a little bit off. And then I will cut this because I don't want that sharp thing on the end. Really, all I wanted it to do was to be together, be hooked together. Now, let me see if I can. Maybe I can't. There's a wad of glue there. Maybe I can stick it back over there underneath that one. Gotta finagle, you guys. Gotta finagle. So I'm just going to put some glue around this. I'm going to squirm in another loop to this bow. Just kind of fill in that spot. You know, we always used to do bows with uneven 5 or 7 or something. Okay, I like that better. All right, guys, so there you go. Oop. Did that turn out cute? I like that. I like the little trees on the bottom. The just a minute. The bow. I do like this ribbon. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. If you can sprinkle me out there, that would be awesome. If you're interested in this transfer, just let me know. Again, this is the one we used last night for the rug. So that turned out amazing. And I think this turned out cute. So I will see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Lori. You guys are the greatest. Bye-bye.